Who do you think deserves the most credit for the success between Reed, Mahomes, and you?
Okay, so I obviously don't deserve credit for the success. I do deserve credit for having this crazy belief that we're going to not pretend all of NFL history started September 7th of this year. And this is where I want to get into the Chiefs conversation because it has been maddening all season. It has been beyond maddening through the first two rounds of the playoffs. And then this morning, I found myself even angrier. And so, life works in mysterious ways. I was woken up at 5 a.m. today because Dexter, our dog, who sleeps on the entry level of the house, and it has a nice little area, but he's gated off, just decided, nope, I'm ready to get up, and found a way to open up his gate, came and laid right next to me where I sleep, on the ground. And he was just laying there looking at me like, I want to be taken out. I want to hang out. So I got up early this morning, very early, and I had nothing to do. So I'm like, you know what? Yesterday was so busy and hectic with the TV show. I haven't listened to all my favorite NFL recap podcasts that I usually listen to, throughout Monday and then into Tuesday. So I gave them a whirl. And I can't believe what I heard from some of my favorite analysts about this football game. I cannot believe that as the Chiefs are 12 days away from playing in the last game of the year, the conversation surrounding them is still what they don't do great, rather than recognizing what they have done this postseason. The Kansas City Chiefs entered this postseason and proved they had the roster versatility and depth to play three totally different styles of playoff games in any conditions, in any setting, against the hands down three best other teams in the AFC. And they kicked all of their asses. Okay? Round one, Miami. Do we have a team that is tough enough and built with enough depth that we can handle one of the three coldest football games ever played and make it look like it's a normal game? Yes, we can. Can they? Absolutely not. Check one. Buffalo. Can we totally throw at Buffalo a defensive game plan Josh Allen has never seen before, where we just give him the underneath, give it to him all day, never take it away, dare you to do it, while not allowing anything over the top? And on the flip side, our allegedly broken offense, can it go up and down the field? And this was the most underrated stat of this postseason. Can we average nearly 9 yards per play until the kneel downs against that Bills team? The most of any playoff game of the Mahomes era. Yes. Can we dominate that game where we're underdogs on the road against a team that everyone in the media but me thought might win the Super Bowl, that everyone in the media swore was a legitimate championship contender with a legitimate MVP quarterback that was the hottest team in the league? Can we dominate that game so thoroughly that we fumble the ball at the 1 yard line going into score and win anyway? Yes, we can. Despite Buffalo never turning it over. Yep, we can do that. And then Baltimore. Can we design in 6 days a game plan that is the polar opposite of what Buffalo did, Buffalo's game plan? Instead of daring them to take the underneath, instead of giving them the running lanes to protect over the top, do the exact opposite. Leave our corners out on islands to go heat up the MVP, a team that by DVOA and smart people stats was one of the most dominant teams from start to finish in NFL history. Can we make them look totally out of sorts? Yeah, we can do that too. And the takeaway for some people is that, Baltimore did it to themselves. The takeaway is, how'd they do it to themselves? Tell me when Baltimore did it to themselves. Tell me.
Well, I just know that they didn't run the ball as much as they do. I think that probably
exactly.
played
That's
a little.
what everybody is saying. Do you think there's a reason? Do you think Baltimore forgot that was available? Or do you think the Chiefs' defensive game plan was put them in fronts and looks where they feel like passing is the better option? Do we think Baltimore, which has dominated running the football for 6 years, in the biggest game they've played, forgot about it? Or were first forced out of it by the best defense in the NFL? Because that's what Kansas City is. And that's what everyone has missed all year. Going into the Baltimore game, all we heard about was this dominant Ravens defense. Well, let's look at the numbers. The Ravens defense this year was number 6 in yards allowed. The Chiefs were number 2. The Ravens defense was number 1 in points allowed, 16.5. The Chiefs were number 2, 17.3. However, the Ravens defense this year forced 31 turnovers. The Chiefs forced only 17. The Ravens didn't turn the ball over. The Chiefs turned it over a ton. The Ravens had the number 1 turnover differential. The Chiefs had the 5th worst. So there's a number of ways to look at that. But one of them is this. Absent turnovers, the Chiefs have been the most dominant team in the league defensively, despite not forcing the turnovers. And if and when they do get some of that turnover luck, some of those fumbles bounce their way, some of those tip passes they end up picking off, the defense will be even better. And so, yeah, people can say Baltimore got out of what they needed to do. But just like Buffalo fumbled on their first play of the game, threw a cross-field lateral on their third play of the game, and ran a fake punt in a 3-point game in the fourth quarter. You know why teams do weird shit when they're playing the Chiefs? Because staring across the sideline and seeing Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid terrifies them. Because they don't think they're going to be able to win 17-14. They think they are going to have to score 30. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.